How's it going, y'all? This is Dirty Desktop here. I'm going to be doing a little bit of America's Army Proving Ground. This is, I believe, the fourth installment. They had America's Army 2, 3, and then now they have America's Army Proving Ground. I haven't really played 1, 2, or 3. Tried a little bit of 3, and I didn't care for it. America's Army Proving Ground, though, I feel, is probably the best online shooter, first-person shooter that you can get. It is free on Steam. I just gotta download it. Let's find what's a map I like. I'm gonna explore hospital right now, just so I can introduce some of the stuff for you. And this, of course, they're gonna have these promotional videos.
I look at other cultures through a gun sight.
Just to
if they want a diplomat,
get their name out.
They should send a diplomat.
I'm not ex-military,
None of those
so
excuses are useful when providing medical aid.
I don't really have that experience, but I do know a few things about firearms. Alright, I think I'll just stick with this M4A1. This is a fully automatic as well as a single fire semi-automatic. In this game, you have the options. Let's just get to use. I like to cycle my nades. I'm just that way. In the beginning, you get to choose. There's the rifleman class, which allows you to choose from the M4, the M16, which is a burst single fire mode, which also is available as the designated marksman. Then you also get the 870 MCS, which is the shotgun. It does use a buckshot-like spread. I find the spread is a little weird. Sometimes it doesn't work like a shotgun would, but still a very useful close-quarter combat shotgun that you can get. For your secondaries, you get a choice between 2 when you start out. There is a hidden one that you need to unlock through secures. You get the M1911A1 as oh. You get the CZ2, which is the unlocked one, and then you have the M9A1. The M9 is, of course, the 9mm. 1911 is the 45 ACP. The CZ, I'm not quite sure what caliber they have for that, but it does have a 16 rounds, so 15 in the clip, 1 in the hole. You can have your choices of fogs, frags, and stuns for your nades. I usually stick with fragmentation nade and stun. They also have the automatic rifleman class, which is going to be your M249 saw. This is a support infantry weapon, or support. It's support. Give you cover fire, and you can go through your sights. Now that I'm on Explorer, I have everything unlocked for my sights. But when you get through everything. When you start out and you start playing on online, you're not going to have everything available to pay. If you go to certain servers, then sometimes they do have them unlocked. Then you have your designated marksman, which is a sniper support man. Again, the M16 and the M14 EBR-RI. This shoots a larger round than the M16, so it's going to do more damage, but with a larger round comes more recoil. Then, of course, you have the sniper class with a higher powered scope, and you can choose between the M24 or the M14 EBR again. I like the EBR sometimes, but most of the time when I'm playing inner hospital on defense, I will use the sniper rifle because I can find a spot and protect the objective. So, just a view around, I'm going to use the M4 just because of its fully automatic capabilities. Let's see. That was a spawn for, I believe, Alpha. I'm not sure. That would be defense, so it would be Bravo. When you start out, it would be Bravo. This is a hospital. As you can see, the graphics aren't like you would have in, say, Call of Duty or Medal of Honor and all those other first-person shooters. But what is great about this game is the fact that if you get into a firefight with another person that happens to have an M4A1, you're going to have to rely on your skill. All the weapons have the same power, same hits, same everything. I like shooting glass. Destroy all. But if you go up against a person with the same class and same weapon, it's going to do the same damage, which is fantastic. And of course, hit someone in the head, they're going to die. Some servers actually have it that if you're hit in the head, you cannot be revived. Which can be annoying once in a while when it's like, oh, I know where he is. Basic controls, really. I haven't done too many alterations for controls. You use the ASWD for moving around, spacebar to jump, C crouch and stand up, W to lay down, go prone, which you'll learn when it helps and when it doesn't. Belly flop! You can also slide. When you start running, you can slide. This is a fun game. I'm just kind of running around here. This area is mainly dominated by snipers. That AC area and over there are where snipers like to hang out. Provides them with a little bit of cover, as well as an advantage of looking over everything. They get a high point of view, they get to hide away, and it allows them to do their sniping. As you know, snipers, great long range, terrible short range. They're not really good in a firefight, so they like to hide, stay hidden, stay out of the way. Another great thing is they have bullet drop. There's actual bullet drop in this game, so sniper shooting all the way across the map has to adjust for that bullet drop. Let's see if I can't hop onto a map in which this case becomes very predominant. Explore, bridge. Another fascinating propaganda here. Alright. This is bridge. This is another great map for snipers. Hey, a flag! So this is how you run an objective. Press F. F is your action key. So if you need to open a door or something, which they really don't do too much opening doors. Bridge Knight's a lot better. All the way across there, there's a spot. And that's when you gotta count for that bullet drop. Because I'll sit on Bridge Knight. I can sit all the way in the back and see where I'm standing now. I'll try to run. Fast forward! I'll try to fast forward that. Run as fast as you can. There's no jump hack. I mean, when you jump, you only go a certain height. I know in a Call of Duty game, you jump and you like fly 20, 30 feet in the air. This game, only about as high as you can jump with a full sack and ammo. We already made it to the end. Yay! A lot of the things that I learned in this game came from either experimentation, but most of it came from watching other players. That's when you get to learn some of the really good hints and tricks going on for this game. I stand right here when I'm on defend. And when you stand right here, you can all the way up into those stairs. But that, you have to aim high. It has the bullet drop, a legit bullet drop. With all weapons, though, there should be, there is recoil. That is a deciding factor between someone that knows how to play and doesn't know how to play. Someone that knows how to play can kind of keep that spread to a minimum. Keep rounds going. And when you crawl, it becomes much easier. It's easier to show with the saw, simply because more rounds and more kick. I want to drive that. Again, this is made by America's Army. This is their game, their pride and joy. So, most of the facts are true to life. I mean, you prone, it's about as fast as you go. The hit detection can be shoddy at times, but they don't have the resources like Call of Duty or Medal of Honor. Wow. First time I saw it actually slow me down. Huh, weird. So I have the flag, so I have no opposition, so I can run it in. Like I said, this is my favorite online first-person shooter, simply because it's fair, legit, and I mean there are unlockables. You can unlock skins, scopes. Woohoo! I win. I'll show you that right now. I'm going back to main menu. And that awesome adrenaline pumping music. Go to my soldier. As you can see, this is what your team sees when you go into battle. You can change it a little bit, you know. Hey, who's that? Just gotta change the camouflage. You can do that for each class. The weapons, like I was talking, allows you to go through and you can earn these skins. It's not something that you can buy. This is challenges within the game that you have to complete. And there you go, you got all yours. You got the M4A1, again, fully automatic. A lot of players use it. M16, burst, same round as the M4, and about the same specs when it comes to damage, reaction time, and so on. The 870, the Remington 870, is the shotgun, single shot pump action. The SAW M249, fully automatic support weapon. I'll have to look up what A&W, I forgot for some weird reason. M14, which is actually the predecessor to the M4 and M16, I believe. That's right, this was in service before the M4 for sure, but I believe it was also before the M16. It's a heavier hitter, does more damage. M24 is the sniper rifle, high-powered scope, bipod. Don't really see that much action. You don't see you dropping that bipod down. Great long range, and again, with all of these weapons, there is ballistic drop going on. So the further away, the less damage, as well as the actual round dropping, as it would be in real life, which is fantastic. Here I'm not. Woo. It is on fire mode. Looks like. Oh, it has to be on fire mode. I mean, you're going into battle. In 1911, again, if you know anything, not the standard issue for the Army anymore. Used to be standard issue, but some, I believe, still carry it around. That olive looks nice, though. So, it's just kind of my review, little run through. I do suggest going through the tutorial. That is going to help you a lot.
Pushing past something.
If you don't do the run through, the training and whatnot, it's going to be a little bit harder for you to get in game and start going. You got to get used to these controls, and that's one of the best ways I know, as well as going to this firing range. Allows you to really get used to what's going on. Yay, weapons. See if I can find a way to show this bullet drop. Alright, so crosshair right on the top there. I'll turn sim rounds on. I don't have that on. I usually do. Simulated rounds, which is always fun. Alright. Can you see it? Yep, you can see it. So, crosshair. I'm still underneath that railing. I was above it. This little railing right here. You can see I was above it. And I still have that bullet drop. Oops, I jerked up. Yep, you can definitely see it. Maybe if I go right here, you'll see it a little bit better. Definitely. Alright, so expert way of showing. Expert, yeah, right. I showed you that there is bullet drop. Clearly hit, aimed for the middle ridge there, and it dropped. And that happens in the game. It's real life. That happens. There is no getting around it. You have to remember that. If you don't, you're going to be missing shots, especially when you're in a sniper class. Throughout the year, they've actually changed your home screen, or this screen, several times. I believe around Christmas time, they actually had a tree going up on there, and there was snow outside. It was pretty cool, and I like how they put the sniper in the window like it's supposed to be. So, I hope this helped you out a bit. I hope this kind of answered any questions. To remember that there's bullet drop, but watch players. Hop on a server. I know there's a lot of servers if you're in the US. A great server that I know of is going to be the MVC server, which is man versus computers, as well as the gun runners. There's several different ones, but those are the two that I know for sure. But the guys are great, and it's a lot of fun. They like to have laughs, and they're great in learning. They respect rookies, noobs. They'll help them out and not just laugh at you. Hardware, make sure you have a good enough processor. My FPS is down simply because I'm recording, but make sure you have a decent computer and a decent pair of headphones. That is going to help you a lot, and having a mic helps even more because you can communicate better. I'll come out with a different video where I'll actually do some online gameplay with some guys. But I hope this kind of introduced it to you, and hopefully you think about checking it out. It's a great game, and again, it's free. You can't argue with that. When it's a free game that you can have so much fun with, download it. It's great. You can make a lot of great friends, and have a good time, and relieve a little bit of stress maybe. So I hope you have a good one. Please like, subscribe, and if you have any games or suggestions, please feel free to put them in the comments below, or you can email me at dirtydesktop@gmail.com. Once again, this is Dirty Desktop. Hope you keep your eyes sharp and your guns cleaned. Have a good one.